Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. In this series, you'll learn about Java code execution with single statement. All code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
This one, if you have installed JDK 11.0, so I'm just going to set the path. This is my path, Control C. So already you know, let's set path equal to, I'm using Oracle JDK, not the Open JDK. See here, I'm using Oracle JDK path. Just writing Java version. It is saying, just see here, Oracle JDK version 11.0 that came in the year 2019. Right, fine. Okay, now I want to do I want to work on OpenJDK. I want to work on OpenJDK. So where is my OpenJDK? Where is my OpenJDK? I have OpenJDK. Just see here. So I came to the bin path. Control C. Open here. Set path equal to Control V. Right. So now I'm going to say Java version. Now see here the difference between these two commands. Here it is saying you're using OpenJDK 11.0, OpenJDK runtime. This so this is the thing, you know. So we have to check which JDK I'm going to use, Oracle JDK or OpenJDK. As all the things are same. If you think there is too much, no difference. Some of the libraries you may find changes are there, but no major difference between your Open JDK and the Oracle JDK. Major difference is from the commercial perspective, licensing perspective. Right, okay, now. Yeah, so first topic that you're talking about, that is Java code execution with single statement. So this statement is saying that I can execute a Java code within a single statement, like this. Is it correct or not, or how it is? Let's see. Let's see. Can I compile and run a code using single statement? Generally, what do you do in Java? First, I have to use till Java 10 version. Remember, till Java 10. How can execute a Java? First, you have to compile Java C hello.java, correct? And then I have to run Java hello. This approach you can do in Java 11 also. It is not that. I'm talking about what are the new features from Java 11. They're saying that you can do both the tasks together, or you can execute Java code directly without compilation. Right? So what I'm going to say here is that we can execute Java code. We can execute Java code directly without compilation. Directly without compilation. We can execute Java code directly without compilation. That means in this step, I'm going to compile and run. But Java 11, same things I can do in Java 11 also. But in Java 11, they came with the features, another one feature, important features, that I can execute That is both compilation and run is integrated in a single command. Compilation and run, compilation and run is integrated in a single command. Is it? Let us check. Let's check it. What I do, I'm not going to do immediately now on IDE. I'm just using simple notepad just to cross pad. And here, if you see everything is visible, I'm going to get a simple class. Class hello. Java, simple Java class, right? Public static void main string args. So if you see here, this is a simple Java class, right? It's a simple Java class, hello.java. And if you save it, you'll find file save as, you'll find hello.java. And here, I'm going to add some text. System.out.println. Just write Java 11 new features, Control S. That's it. I want to print in a string, right? So this is a hello.java, right? Simple Java class, nothing is there complexity, right? This hello.java I want to compile and run using a single command. That is our need. So I don't want to do the single command. Let me just execute the, let me just use the traditional approach. Let me use the traditional approach. What do we do in the traditional approach? Java C, hello.java. This is the traditional approach, right? First we have to compile. First I have to compile it. When the compilation, hello. Now if you see this step, you are going to compile, you will get a .class file. When I'm going to run it, I'm going to run it. So this is a traditional approach that already we know, and you are doing it in the first version itself, right? Now, what happened in Java 11 then? Just see here, I'm doing it once again in Java 11 version. Delete the .class file. And just see the versions. I'm using Java 11, right? Java version. Yes, we are using Java 11 only. Fine. Now in Java 11 version, it is saying that you can run the code using Java hello.java. See the thing here, in the same line, it is going to compile the code and running. But after compilation, I should go to the .class file, right? Where is the .class file? There is no .class file generated. So in Java 11 version, compilation and run is integrated. No, I don't want to do like this. It's fine. Don't do it. You have the option, old option. You can use that one. No problem. But in Java 11, this update came that we should know. Now here, compilation and run both is integrated in the same line, and I can get the output. Now you'll find a very common questions. Okay, if it is get compiled, then where is the .class file? If you know, if I want to see the .class file in Python, also the same approach, right? You don't have to compile it. You can run it. So actually, this .class file actually generated in the in-memory. It's not visible to you. This .class file that gets generated in the in-memory. The source code is compiled in the memory and then executed by the interpreter without producing the .class file on the disk. What I'm saying here is that in this approach, you can say that the source code is compiled in memory. The source code is compiled in the memory and then executed by the interpreter and then executed by the interpreter. Without producing, if you see here, is produced any .class file? That means without producing the .class file in the disk, right? Without the .class file in the disk. Yes, we'll explore that one only step by step. Just see.
Amit, how the .class file is not getting created?
Yeah.
How it's actually internally is working?
Yes, I'm coming into that. I'm just doing. Let me complete. Yeah. Okay. Now here, what happened is that first compilation. What we do in the compilation part? What happened in the compilation part in Java is that if I have a source code, this source code you are going to compile using JavaC compilation. After compilation, it is going to create a bytecode. And when I'm going to run it, what it will do is that the JVM of Java Virtual Machine, it is going to load the bytecode. Your JVM is going to load the bytecode. And then it is going to execute or run. Then it is going to create the machine code or native code. This is how a Java code generally compile and run. But in case of Java 11, what they are saying is that you don't have this phase. So what does it mean? This frame is not executed? No, it is executed. It is executed in the memory, RAM, allocated for the JVM. Inside the RAM allocated for the JVM, that .class file is created or bytecode is created. Then JVM load that bytecode and run it, and you can see the output. So what they have done is same like Python approach itself. When you're going to run a source code like Java hello.java, is going to compile in the memory, and the JVM class loader will load that bytecode and run it. So, right? So this compilation step and running step, they merge together. Right? Now here, right? So if you want to say here, if I'm going to add the same things here, what will happen? You have the source code. This source code gets compiled first. So compilation is done first. Source code get compiled first. After compilation, it will create the bytecode, and that bytecode is not visible to you. It is doing it in memory itself implicitly. Now this bytecode or the JVM class loader will load the bytecode, and it is going to run, and it is going to create a machine code or native code, and you can get the output. So it is same like your scripting language, Python. Python is one type of scripting language, right? So the corresponding compilation is hidden from the user. Directly it will run and it will give you the output, or it will show the output. Same things they have implemented in Java also. Compilation steps is done in memory. And you can see the output as you find here. Right now here, now in this example, we have used a single hello.java file. If you see what is there, it's a hello.java. It's a simple source code. It's a simple source code that we have executed, and we got the output using this approach. Now the thing is that in this example, how many class file is there? Only one. In this approach, how many class file is there? Only one. Now I want another one class file to execute. Okay, in this this is source file, right? Hello.java, it's a source file. So in this source file, what I have done, I have created another one class. See here, class EMP. I create another one class. So in this source file, I have two classes. In this source file, I have total two classes. If you see here, hello.java and emp.java. I want to see if I'm going to compile this class hello.java and run, whether this class is created or not. This class object is created or not. Again, I'm saying in this file, I have hello.java. And I have created another one class called emp.java. Now, when I'm going to compile and run this code hello.java, I want to see whether this class also created or not, because I cannot see the dot class file, right? In Java 11 approach, we cannot see the dot class file. I want to see whether this class object is created or not. So how to understand whether class object is created or not? Already we know, right? Static block. Opening brace and closing brace. Just write system.out.println. If we just write system.out.println, hello, Control S. This is what a static block, right? As you know that a static block will be created before object is created. Now we want to see that whether the object created or not, EMP class object created or not. If I'm going to execute the code like this, if my source file contains more than one class, then other class object also created or not, that I want to check. So if you want to see here, Java hello, we are going to use this approach, Java hello.java. So if you execute, if you see that the EMP class object not yet created, that means in a source file, if I have more than one class, it will create object of the class where we have main method hello. Okay, if I have more than one class, as for example, I have EMP class, this object not created here, right? Okay. Now assume I want to create multiple dot class file. Now in Java 11 approach, dot class file is not visible to you. Java 11 approach. Then how I can move? So approach is that if you are going to work on a multiple files, you can put all the files in the same, all the classes in the same file. Here I have used a class. Similarly, you can use class dpt, opening brace, closing brace, semicolon. Now this is another one class. So Control C, Control V. Hello from EMP. Hello from DPT. Control S. Like this. Right? So I can have a multiple class in a file. So in Java 11 approach, as you find the dot class file is not visible to the user. So in that case, if I have multiple class, you can put all the class in a single source file. You can put all the class in a single source file. Now the question is that how many source file I can write inside a single file? There is no such a limit. Private int emp id. Then I can write private string emp name. Then I can use private string emp description. So I've got 3 instance variable inside this employee.java file. Now you can create some getter setters constructor inside an emp file. What I'll do is that let me create this class here. Java 11 app2. Right? Okay. I'm going to create the emp class. So this is my class that has 3 instance variable. Right click source, generate constructor, getters and setters. Right, Control S. Right click source, constructor using field. Right click source, to string. This is simple emp class, emp.java file. Assume this emp.java that you are talking about in this source file. This is my emp.java. This is simply emp.java. Now what you're going to do here is that I'm going to create an object of emp obj equal to new emp. Creating an object, I should call this method. Which method? So just creating an object, I just initialize this object with some value. obj.set empid some value and output available features for emp id called emp or obj.get emp id. That's it. Save it, file save. So this is my class, right? So let me check it is working or not. And if you see here, both the classes, the three classes, they're in the same file. I'm using emp class just to initialize an object and print the algebraic attribute. Let me check it's working or not. It is saying that emp obj equal new emp class emp cannot apply to the types. Okay, you have to provide the default constructor. So you can just provide here emp control s. If you see here, it is working fine. I've initialized the object with some attribute value, then I have printed the attribute value. It is working fine. So inside a class, if you see here, inside a file in Java 11, if I have multiple dot class file, I can put all the dot class file in the same, all the dot class in the same file. And that we have done in this hello.java. I have total 3 dot class file. If you see here, hello.java, hello, dpt and emp. 3 different classes there inside the file, right? And it's working. And if you see here, none of the object is created inside this. Dot class file is not there. Dot class file is not visible to the user as per Java 11 API documentation. Now see here, what I have done is that I want to remember from Java 9, based on these features, from Java 9, just see here, it was not effective earlier, but from Java 9 it is effective. Just copy this, Control X, and paste it in the front of the class. First I have written emp.java, then I have written hello.java, then I have written dbt. Control S. Now if I'm going to compile the code, just see here what it is saying. Same code only. What I have done, I have just shipped the emp class in the top. That's it. You see, it is saying that the main method in the class it cannot find. So what does it mean? What does it mean is that when from Java 11, we're going to use Java 11 features. So from Java 11, when you write some Java code in a particular file, remember the first method must have the main method, or the first class in your file must have the main method. Again, I'm saying from Java 11, it was not there earlier till Java 10. From Java 11, if I'm going to compile and run some code, or some file, remember the first class inside the file must have the main method. So what I'm saying, I'm just saying here that the first class inside the file must have the main method. Then only we can compile and run the code. So one very common questions come into picture in this scenario. Just see here in this scenario. So one question come into picture as, for example, EMP class I have used. There is no main method. That's why it is given the error. So what I do is that let me add one main method in the EMP class. Let me add one main method in the main class. How? Public static void main. A string args. This is my main method. Public static void main string args. Now this main method I have written inside the client employee.java file. Just print something. And just write here like this is EMP class main. Right now here, now if I written this main method here, let me check then which main method gets executed. Now if you see here, EMP class have some main method, hello class also have some main method. Let me check which main method gets executed. Let me check. Hello. Okay, it is not saved. Control S. Just see here. This is EMP class main. That means if you have multiple class inside the same file, it is coming into the first class main method. Right? So as I told you that when I'm going to compile and I'm going to run a code in Java 11, then the class that I have main method, I have to put that class in the first. Correct? That means in case of Java 11, classes in the source file, order matters. So order of the classes in the source file matters in case of Java 11, right? Orders of the class in the source file. So define another one point. Orders of the classes in the source file matters. Means the class that you have written inside the source file, in which class you have main method, it should have or it must have a main method should be into the first class inside your file. Else you cannot compile and run your code. Now if I have multiple class with multiple main method, then JVM will give priority to your class method that have the main first time. So if you see in this example, in this class, in this file, I have total 3 class. First class is an EMP that have a main method. Second class is hello that have a main method. Third class is DPT that does not have any main method. Now when I'm going to compile and run, it will check the first class if their main method is down, there or not. If it is there, it will execute the first class. If it is not there, then it will give an error. because your first class in the file must have main method. In Java 11, first class in the file must have main method. All right, so to remember this property in Java 11, so we can write in Java 11, first class in the file must have main method, right? Then only you can compile and run your code, right? Another one point is that yes, I have more than one. Now if you see here, I have more than one class that have main method. Then which class it will give priority? It will give priority to the first class that has the main method, as per Java 11 API specification. So it is same like your Python execution process, right? Okay. Now, as you know, in Java 11, Java 9 version that we have done last day, here I want to say some points. Already you're familiar with Java 9 version last day. So what I want to say here is like that Java 9, the Java launcher, operates in three different mode. Okay, in Java 9, Java launcher, I think it's okay. Java launcher operates in three different mode. What does it mean by this? First, in Java 9, remember last day you have done running Java class. Then number two, you can say like you can run a main class of the Java file. Run a main class of the Java file. Then the number 3 point is like you can running the main class of the module, running the module. This is the how it gets executed in Java 9 version, because module concept came from Java 9, right? So what happened in Java 10 or in Java 11? What the extra things came in Java 11? In Java 11 version, what extra thing came? So in Java 11, there is another one mode came, we can run a class declared in a source file. So we can say another one mode came, we can running a class declared in a source file. Right? Now, so what we find here is that from Java 11 is that I can compile and code my source code in a single line command. So if you remember, you already know how to take command line argument. So how to take command line argument in case of this approach. Already you know how to take command line argument. What we do? I'm talking about command line argument. Command line argument in Java 11. So the same code, right? Assume this is my hello world.java where I've written this code. This is the code. Hello.java. Right click edit. See this code. This is the code for hello.java. Control C. Control V. Now in this class is going to create an object. Now what I want is that I want to take an EMP name, assume. Then I'm going to use here string get EMP name. Getters and setters. New features for this, fine. Now this name I want to pass from the command line. Then how I can execute the code in Java 11? I want to say I want to write a Java 11 code that is going to take the element through command line. So what I can do, command line means it can take the element from here, ARJS. So assume this is my command line argument, string s1 equal to ARJS 0. So I got the element inside s1 and that s1 only I'm going to pass here, assume. So it is like this, right? So how it will take the command line argument? Already you know. First I have to compile Java C hello.java. Then I have to run Java hello and pass the name as Srini. That we do generally, right? But what happened I'm going to do in Java 11? This is the approach we do in Java 9. But what I do in Java 11? Java 11, I'm going to compile the class Java hello.java and pass some name. That's it. Let me check it's working or not. I'm just changing this hello.java force code. EMP I don't have to think, just I have to change this class. Just copy this. You can see here. Control V. So this is my source code hello.java. I'm going to take an argument, a command line argument. It is going to initialize an object and print the object attribute value. That's it. This is just how I want to make it like this. And Control S, I want to compile and run this code. It will work. Let me check. It is working, but it is not calling your hello.java file. It is calling your emp.java file because emp.java will come to the main method and that is in the first position. So that's why what you have to do is that make this hello world, hello.java the first position. Control X, make this hello.java in the first position. Now if you execute through, check whether this Java 11 element is working or not through command line. See the code now. Now here I have to use Java. See the version. I have to use Java. Hello.java and pass some. Fine. Now check your source. Your code should not have a .class file. Is there a .class file? No. Let's just execute. Java 11 new features for this. So what do you find here? Yes, this code is working fine. In Java 11, we can take the command line argument also.